So when we open the Photoshop software first time, this is the interface that we get. Photoshop is a software which is frequently used in the graphic designing industry to design the graphics. Even if you want to edit the image, that time also you can use the Photoshop software. And here we can see we have the new document option, and inside this we can find some of the options. Just like recent, we have saved, photo, print, art and illustration, web, mobile, and film and video. So we can see we have different tabs, and inside this also we can find so many different property of the page. We are going to discuss about all these options in the upcoming session. For now, let's understand about the interface, how it looks, and then after we are going to continue. For now, I'm choosing any one of the size of the page, that may be like A3. So click to select. We can then after click on the create button. So when you do this, instantly you can enter into the Photoshop interface workspace. And then after inside this, we can find in the top left corner the logo of the Photoshop software. Then after we have the menu, just like the file, edit, we have image. When you click to the one, you can find so many different options inside this. We are going to deep dive in these topics and important options in the upcoming sessions in detail with examples. Then after we have the layer, then after type, select, filter, view, plugins, window menu, and then the last one is the help. These all options are very important. Okay. Then after we can find the control section. These are the options that is active only when you enable these features. Any one of the tools and the panels are not visible in your Photoshop software that you can enable inside the window menu. We have the options. So we can find the options over here. If this is tick mark, that means the options is active and visible. Then after we have the tools. This is also visible just because the options is active. If we uncheck the options, we can see we have the same control sections or the property is not visible. And to enable that one, again go to the window. We can then after come to the options and one click. So the options are active and visible. Then we can find the tool section. This is also a very important feature. Inside this we can find so many different tools. In every tools, we can find in the top left corner, this one, the small icon, the triangle shape. When you click to this, you can also find inside this many options are hidden. Click to select the one tool that you want to use as per your design requirements. In the same way, when we click to select the another tool, not only click but click and hold the button of the mouse. And then after we can find again the options. Okay, this is the tool panel. And here also we have the set of the color. The first one, the black, is the foreground color. And thereafter we can find the background color. You can also switch the color, foreground to background. When you click, the color is going to switch. Okay. So we can also find few more options into this one, the masking features and the different window screens. You can also close this panel. Here we have the option, close. Again want to active or enable, go to the window. Then click on the tools. We can also set the tool in one single line. And when you click to this, we have one single line. Again, click on this arrow. And then if you want to change the position of this tool set, what you need to do here is just click in the top side of the panel here, exactly. Hold the button of the mouse. Then you can drag your mouse. With this way, you can change the position of the set of the tool where you want to set. If you want to set in your default location, that is in the left side. So when you come closer to the left side panel, instantly the Photoshop left panel is highlighted with the blue color. That means when you left the button, the tool is going to set at their default position. This is how you can change the position and manage the tool set accordingly. We can also find here one tab, untitled because the name of the document is not defined yet. We can also find 16.7%. This is basically the zoom in percent. When you zoom in, zoom out the page, according to the zoom in, the value that going to change. And then after we have the RGB that indicate the setup of the document and the color is selected is RGB mode. RGB stands for red, green and blue. When we set up the document, we have also one bit option. And here we have the 8 bit. That basically helps us to get the rich color set. We are going to discuss deep in the upcoming session when the feature is required. Since we have one single page or the document is set up, for that reason we have one tab is visible. If you want to add more tabs, what we do in this case, just go to the file. We can then after choose the options to move from here. So you can also use the shortcut that is Control N. If you are using the MacBook, then you can try the Command N. We can again enable the feature of the setup of the document. And here also we have options to choose any other page size. Click to select the one and then after click on the create button. Wait for a few seconds only and instantly a new document is created. We can see we have two tabs are visible now. And here we have the untitled 2. When you click to the first, the untitled 1 document is active. So with this way, you can manage multiple projects with the multiple tab options inside the Photoshop. Now come to the right side. Here we can find the layers panel. This is one of the most important feature of the Photoshop. While designing the graphics, managing the projects and the work, you just need to work in the layer. And inside this also we have so many different features are there. And these are very important feature. For now, you just need to understand the interface and their property. If the layers is not visible in your panel, set, you can close this one for now. Again, go to the window. And then after you can find the list of the layers, right? Inside this we have the layer, just click once. And then further again click and change the position. Not only this, but even if you want to change the size of this layer panel, you can click on the bottom side, just hold the button of the mouse. And with this way, you can instantly change the size of the panel. If you want to set the position somewhere else, you can do that also, right? To minimize the tool set or the panel, we can find the arrow. Here also we have the arrow options to minimize the tool set in the same way. In the panel also we have the minimize option. And when you click once again, the layer is active. The panel that we can active and then change their position where we want to set. Then after also we have some options just like the color. We are free to choose any one of the color from here. When you click to select, with this way, the color instantly changed to the fill color section. Okay. In the same way, we have one more options, swatches. Inside Photoshop, we can find the swatches panel. If you are using the older version of the Photoshop, maybe the features are a little bit different in terms of their position, but the things are mostly the same. So you are free to use any one of the Photoshop version and thereafter start working in the projects. These are the color which is used recently. So if you click on the particular color, suppose I'm clicking on this one, we can see we have instantly the fill color is changed. This is the foreground color, right? And also called the fill color because we are going to fill this color in any one of the shape when we create that one. Suppose I'm creating a rectangle and since the color is active, we can see the same color is filled on the selected shape. Whenever you have any one of the tool is selected, you can use the selection tool, the first one, and then after click outside to deselect that one. We have few more options are inside this panel. So when we come to this, we have RGB set of the color. Click on this arrow to open and see these are the color which is active right now. Okay. Since the shape is not selected, the color is also not changed. CMYK set of the color. We have the grayscale, pastel color set. If you want to change the size of this panel, click exactly here, hold the button of the mouse and drag to the downside. Or if you want to make this panel separate, just click to the swatches and then after you can drag to change the position. We can also separate this panel as per the requirement. Any one of the feature that you want to explore, you can simply customize it according to the requirement. Want to explore the dark shades of the color, which is by default given here. Click to open that one. In the same way, we can try and open the other features. Use the slider so that you can switch bottom side to the down side, right side, anywhere. So this is how we can use the set of the color. Again, want to minimize it. From here we can change the position. Here also we can set it. Swatches. When you click once again, you can maximize the panel. Come to the next tab. This is gradient. And gradients means shades of the color. Two and more than two shades of the color that we can see here clearly. These are the recent color which is used in the projects. And also we can explore the other features just like the basic. We have the blue shades of the color. Use the center wheel of the mouse to scroll, go to the downside, or from here also we can use the slider. If you want to explore the pink shades of the color, click to this. In the same way, we can explore the other shades of the color, just like the gray. Right, so these are some options which you can customize and use according to the requirement. The next tab is for the patterns. So when we click to the patterns, also we have some patterns are visible. Three folders are by default available: trees, grass, and water. See, these are some thumbnails which is visible. When you click to select the one, you can now apply the same pattern to the selected graphic or the shapes. We can also add the new patterns or create that one from here. We are going to explore these features also in the upcoming session in detail. Now, minimize it in the same way. Open the glass and you can apply the glass. Okay. Tree. In the same way, we can explore the trees also. So we have the grass, trees, and the water. Change the size of the panel from here. When you come to the bottom side, in the list of the panel, the first one is the properties. This is one of the most important panel options which is available here, because whatever you have, the shapes and the graphics, the image is selected, we can get the features according to the requirement inside this property panel. This is also one type of the property panel, but here we can find only limited options. If we compare to that, here we can find more options, just like the transformation, which is used to transform the shape, like changing the position from x and y axis. We can change the size from width, the height. Also, we can change the angle. We have the reflect options, clearance panel. Inside this, we have the fill, the stroke, and so many other features are there. And we can also enable the other features when it is required. So if you have a shape is selected, or even if you are using any one of the tool, according to the tool set, the property is always changed, right? So this is how it will work. And if you want to customize the overall workspace area, we have two options. Either we can go to the window, click to the particular option which you want to use. See, the option is active. And if that is not visible, if I close this, go to the window once again, color. So we can find all the panel options inside this. You just need to click to the one and instantly the panel is active. Inside Photoshop, we have by default workspace area that we can customize with some options that you can find inside the window menu once again. So when you click to the window, to optimize the UI of the workspace area, we have the workspace panel. Right now, customize workspace is active. By default, we can get the essential. We have the graphic and wave, motion, painting, and the photography. So if you are the person who want to use any one of the tool set and the features, you can also switch to the other workspace area. Suppose I'm choosing the motion. When we click to this, we have the set of the tools and the panel is active. This is preset, which is defined by the Photoshop, and the tools are accordingly set. You can now again click to the window, workspace. We can switch to the graphic and wave. When you click one single click to active this panel, we can find the options according to the graphic and the web design requirements. And if any one of the feature or the tool is not visible, or maybe the tool position is not appropriate, you can instantly reset. So window once again, workspace. Can see we have the graphic and wave is active, but the position of the tool and the features are not optimized properly. Okay. So in this case, you can come to the reset option, reset graphic and wave. When you click one click to reset everything. This is a kind of the factory reset options, which is by default available in all the version of the Photoshop software. So once again, go to the window. You can see we have the graphic and wave is active in the same way. You can switch to the another one. But if you have requirement to optimize the workspace area according to your own interest and the requirement, the tool that you want to set, in this case, you can find the option called new workspace. So when you click to this new workspace area, you can see we have some options are there, right? But for now, click on the cancel. We are just going to optimize everything. Suppose I want to use the character panel, but these options are not necessary for my design requirement. So we can only active the character, the property, and the layer. These three are my requirement things. We can also separate the other panels and close that one. The size also that you can change, the position also you can optimize everything that you can set according to the requirement. I'm going to set the layer position panel over here. We can now change the size. So this is something that is needed for my design requirements. We can also extend into the tool so of the tool set. And when you do this, you want to save this workspace with your name or with any other name also. Go to the window once again, workspace. Now you can come to the new workspace. Define a new name. So my design, okay, canvas or something else that you can define also. This is one example. If you want to use the shortcut, you can also enable that one. And yeah, we can now click on the save. When you do this, what happens? Everything what is set right now is instantly recorded inside the workspace. When you switch to the other workspace area, suppose I'm going to choose the essential default right now. The default workspace is changed. If you want to try something else also, suppose I'm choosing the motion, you can see the panel positions and the features are accordingly optimized. On one second you want to use which is created by you. Again, go to the workspace and this time you can choose the one you want to use for your design needs. If you change the position of the tool such or the panel, even if you close any one of the panel, want to reset everything, the workspace area, go to the window, workspace. We can then after choose the option called reset my design. And instantly all the tools and the panels are reset, which is by default set by us. So this is how you can do this. Want to delete the workspace area, go to the window once again, workspace. You just need to select the other one. Okay, suppose I'm selecting the essentials. And if you want to delete the workspace which is created by you, we can find the option called delete workspace. So click to this. In the workspace section, we can click and select the one which we want to delete. Click on the delete. Confirm yes. And to confirm, again go to the window, workspace. We can see the workspace is deleted which is created by us. This is how you can optimize your workspace area and the tools and the feature accordingly. And if you want to active any one of the options related to the tools and the panel, you can come to the window and choose the options is active or not. Just like the layer, this is active. Properties,